Good morning, this is Jerry in the Carriage House Studio. Today's guest is Fizz Kizer. Today, Fizz is with us to tell us about his new CD that he has out and maybe play us an acoustic version of one of those tunes. Fizz has been knocking about for how long, Fizz?
Oh, 35 years, I guess.
35, so you're just sort of a newcomer to music.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, your CD this time, you've named it On the River Road?
It's just called, that's one of the songs on it called The River Road.
Okay, okay. How long did it take you to do this?
Well, some of the songs are really pretty old, and there are a few new ones on there, but I just had all these songs that had water references in them. And, so I wrote a couple other new ones to go with it. And so
well, you're a native of this region, aren't you?
I grew up in Richmond originally. I've been in and out of River Falls mostly for the last 30 years or so.
The rivers around here, I suppose, have influenced you in some way.
I fished most of them, most all of them.
There you go. You do have a pedigree we'd need to at least touch on, and there's the last name Kizer is rather familiar to many folks. Maybe you can tell us your connection to that?
Well, yeah, I had a brother passed away about 20 years ago now that was a guitar player, singer in the area. Played with most every country band around here. So, his name was Kizer.
Okay. And I think that's a pretty familiar name to everybody.
Yeah. And
that sort of thing. But we're certainly glad to have you here with us today. Should we want to get your CD, where would we find it?
Well, right now, you could probably buy it at your store.
Okay.
And you can go to, you could email me at fizzkizer at yahoo.com, and I could get something to you that way, or you could I have a phone number, cell number you could call.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is this. We'll probably put you up on the site and give everyone who goes to the site all the information on how to get a hold of your CD. Do want to remind everybody that we have the pleasure of Fizz's company, November 26th, down at the old store. We're going to have a very intimate and wonderful show that Fizz has agreed to do with us. So looking very forward to that. It'll be 26, and then we'll start about 7 o'clock-ish and that sort of thing. We'll just sit there and have some fun. You may even bring a friend or two.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
good.
We go.
And we got the film.
Yes. Oh, yes, I forgot. Yeah, thank you for... Now, tell us about the film.
Well, the film is a friend of mine, Heidi Fryer. She's a documentary filmmaker, and this was about... this is called The Running of the Llamas, and it's down in Hammond. It's on... I think the first weekend in September usually. And it's just all the local people around here that have llamas and stuff bring them down there, and it's turned into a huge event. There was 3,500 people this year at the show.
Well,
they have races on Main Street.
That's terrific. So that'll be a great addition to the performance. So those of you who can make it, please come on down. You will not be disappointed.
This one's not on the album. This is a song about an old guy from Richmond where I grew up as a kid. This guy's name was Matey Johnson. He used to hang around downtown a lot, and he would there was a bar across the street from where I lived on Main Street, and that's kind of where he hung out, right by the railroad tracks. He'd walk out of the tavern in the afternoons and stop all the traffic on Main Street. Sometimes there was a train coming, sometimes there wasn't. Anyway, it's called The Ballad of Matey.
There we go.
We were kids on the north end of New Richmond, and old Matey used to walk downtown past my front door. Yeah, many a time I caught his act on Main Street, where he'd sit cross-kneed and tell me about some old war. He used to like to sit on my old man's front porch. He'd say, "Tim, you got a damn nice view of Klucher's bar." Then he'd slide back his old gray cap and let out his war whoop, and he'd shovel off down the tracks like the last freight car. Matey, could you flag that old Sioux line down time, let her roll right through town, making all them railroad sounds, 'cause I still care. Matey, could you tell me now, will the bass be hitting hard and fast in the morning below? Oh, in the morning below. Oh, in the morning below. The doughboy dam. Me and Billy and Donnie, we were the river rats. Oh, I think we knew every snag in every hole. Matey hung out up on the High Street crossing. He was the old hometown's one and only human semaphore. Now when that dinner train from Wheeler was still in the farmland, oh, Matey knew the job he soon would do. And with a mile-wide grin, he jumped down off his bar stool, stopped the northbound traffic while a westbound train went through. Matey, could you flag that old Sioux line down one more time? Let her roll right through town, making all them railroad sounds for those who care. And Matey, could you tell me now, will the bass be hitting hard and fast in the morning below? Oh, in the morning below. Well, in the morning below, the doughboy dam. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Fizz.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Jay.
joining us. Appreciate it. Take
Looking
care.
forward to the show.
All righty.